We are the MVPs.
Nobody can stop me, nobody can hold me, nobody control me.
Is it at the same time?
I'm pretty sure it's late. I think it's like 7 o'clock.
7 p.m.?
I believe it's 7 p.m. Eastern time, I think.
Wait, so Bash of Berlin is going to be at like 12:01 in the afternoon, but
Yeah, Bash
No
at
Mercy
Berlin.
not in Germany?
Nah, No Mercy. I think they ain't like, what the hell they at? Denver, Colorado, or something?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
all right.
it's in the States.
This ain't like the past when NXT just had their shows before WWE and they was the
They kind
night
of
before.
flip flopping.
Yeah, WWE used to be on Sundays and they do their shit on Saturday, and I don't even know what the hell made them change it. It's still weird to me, but what else? I think it'll be a decent show though.
No, for sure. Like, honestly, when I look at the Bash of Berlin card compared to this card, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm kind of leaning more towards this card.
It definitely got potential. It's both ways though. It got potential to be really good or really bad.
Yeah, like this card got some must on it, but we'll get to that now. For those who don't know already, I'm the King. That's Frank, and we here in the MVPs Lounge to discuss No Mercy Predictions this Sunday.
Sunday. For those of you that's not old enough to get that reference,
Some of them might, some of them might not.
Those used to be the old wrestling promo commercials and shit on the radio, sometimes on TV. Weirdly enough, used to also do it for monster trucks too. Yeah, that was
It used to be pay-per-views that you couldn't even see. You'd be like, man, I love to see that. Too bad I can't.
Yeah. That was back in the days when you try to watch the pay-per-view through the snow if your parents didn't buy it. Again, if you're old enough, you know what the snow means.
Exactly.
The good old days.
But now you can watch it on Peacock for only $4.99. Well, actually, nah. After this weekend, it's going to bump it up to $7.99.
Maybe Peacock, damn it, $10. Yeah. Yes.
Might as well be. I mean, but NXT No Mercy. Let's get to this call. We're going to start from the bottom right, work our way up, then start from the bottom on the left, and then work our way up. So, first matchup, Kaylani Jordan, the NXT Women's North American Champion, going one-on-one with the new darkness of NXT, Wendy Chu. Low-key, personally speaking, I like Wendy's Chu. I said Wendy's Chu. I like Wendy Chu's like new presence. It's reminding me of what, because I was told about like maybe a month or so ago when she came back as this gimmick that she was the person that was in the chair when Boa and Xia Li was in the darkness gimmick. That was her in the chair, which I'm like, I didn't know about that until now, which is crazy because Vince really took her from that and made her a girl that sleeps on the pillow. Weird how things work, right? But I'm glad I like the way they incorporated this. The Triple H made her both versions of it, and I'm liking it, honestly. And she got this whole thing going on with even Rosemary too. So it's almost like she in charge of the dark figures, like the women's division. So personally speaking, Kaylani, she's been okay. Like her in-ring stuff has been good, but like her promos have still been like mid-ish. So I don't know if you still want to keep her as champion to see where it goes even more. But personally, I'm probably putting the belt on Wendy Chu and rolling with some darkness.
I can see that. I ain't mad at it. I like these types of characters, but at this particular time, I kind of feel like it's like almost overdone in wrestling right now because you already got the Wyatt Six. Now you got Wendy Chu on NXT. You got the House of Black in AEW, and it's just like I get it. Everybody own brand, different companies got to have their version. And then you got Rosemary TNA, which Rosemary just popped up on WWE and NXT too. So it's just like, all right, as much as I like these gimmicks, I do kind of feel like it's getting to be a bit much. Um, they've hyped Wendy Chu up quite a bit. I like her finisher. I like how they've hyped her up to a degree, but I don't know if they are willing to put the title on her yet. I feel like they're gonna have someone more established, possibly beat her. I
Okay.
could be wrong. That's what I'm thinking.
You know what's crazy? I didn't even
Um,
notice. Finishes the $1 million dream, and she used to
hmm
sleep on pillows. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's why I say I like the finisher because it actually plays into her whole gimmick. I knew it was the $1 million dream when I first seen it. That's why I was like, oh, that's hard when I first seen her because I was just like, I like this. That's her finisher. That's dope. Plus, I'm low key kind of a sucker for a good submission finisher. So yeah, I feel like people need to start using those more too. You don't always need a because people always talking about something you want to finisher that you can hit on anybody at any point in time. I like good submission finisher, especially from if you're having a dominant champion or a contender or uh, um, even a monster heel. A good submission goes a long way. I like that.
Especially when you're not
Um,
like we know Wendy Chu isn't that big, so it's like for her to have a submission also works.
yeah, it's something that she could be able to get locked in on anybody. Well, she just got to be able to catch them slipping, regardless of size. Um, with all that being said, I think I'm gonna go Kalani Jordan to retain. I wouldn't be mad at Wendy Chu winning, but I'm gonna go with Kalani Jordan to a retain. I think they want to give her maybe one more title defense on a pay per view, and then she's eventually gonna lose the title to the next person she faces.
Okay, I like it. I like it. Bet. Now you got Kelani. I got Wendy Chu. Up next, we got Wes Lee versus Carson Wentz or Zach Wentz. No, no, same person. In a one-on-one, I don't want to call it a blood feud, but I mean, they were like brothers, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? They broke bread. They cried together. You know what I'm saying? They shared the same car together, and Wesley turned on them.
Um, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, and I can hear you.
All right, just making sure. I I'm going Wesley. Uh, they didn't turn him heel for no reason. Plus, he's been on a winning streak since he came back. I mean, he's been on a losing streak since he came back, and he is a
A
with them
loser?
turning him heel. I know that
Oh,
he's been a loser since he's. I mean, he has been a loser since he's been back, but I think that's the whole point of them bringing him, uh, putting him in the position he is in now. I think they intend to make him a contender going forward for a North American Championship run, or maybe even a NXT Championship run. Either way, I think they are going to have him start putting together some wins since he's become heel, and they're going to start off with him beating one half of his former team or a third of his former team. So I think he getting the win pretty clean here. Should be a pretty interesting match. They're both pretty good in the ring, but I definitely look for West to win here. I'm hoping that again. I like to say this about heels. I like when heels have good submission finishers. So I'm hoping that's his he introduces a new submission finisher possibly in this match.
Okay. I got Wesley winning too, honestly, because I like Zach wins. I don't think any of us got this nigga actually winning. Because going forward, Wesley got to turn into something, or this dude just gonna be trash. And turning him heel and him immediately losing on his first pay per view as a heel, not a good look. So yeah, he got a non. If I can be real quick, honestly, he should watch this dude in like less than 2 minutes. They should have him squash him.
I was
Real talk.
thinking that I just didn't want to say it initially, but I do believe he should absolutely watch this dude.
Like he should seriously like it won't it would even hurt for Zach Wentz to get like jobbed out. Like, bruh, just let him hemp you up, bruh, and let's get this up out of the way. Like this you gotta if you want Wesley to actually be something, you're gonna have to like actually do something that makes people remember what he's done. Have him hemp this dude up and beat him up after the match. Leave him bleeding. Do what you gotta do. Make a name for this guy, Wesley, and actually elevate him. Or I can go, an actual full 15-minute match. I mean, I don't know. That's up to y'all. But with that being said, both got Wesley winning. So let's move on. Roxanne Perez. Her reign of terror as the women's champion has gone on long enough. Unfortunately, she's still playing against Jada Parker. Because we got to bring out either Julia or Stephanie to challenge her and beat her for that belt. That's pretty much what the gist of this is. So, Jada, unfortunately, you don't get fed to Roxanne. And then, then Roxanne going to lose to whoever shows up at the end of that No Mercy match. All right. So,
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I think Jada gonna win.
All right, elaborate on that.
I'm just for starters. I'm always gonna pick whoever's Roxanne's going against because I've been over her. I'm just not a big fan of her. Her heel work is decent, but to me, she just not believable, man. She too small to be believable to me. I just can't take her serious or believe her. But my fault. That's not the only reason I'm taking Jada Parker. It's just like she's been killing it. Like in all honesty, Jada has been phenomenal. Like promos are good. Her promos are great actually. And it's just like even in the ring, she does really, really well. Like she has good matches with pretty much everybody for the most part. Even if there's a botch or two, she recovers well. Like Jada's
I think
just
her
she
only
good,
weakness is
man.
that her finisher. That's it.
I think the only weakness is her finisher. Her finisher is kind of weak, but that's just because I feel like they really ain't figured out what type of finisher to give her or whatever. But for right now, it works. Um, and again, what her finisher does, you can hit on anybody at any time, anywhere.
True.
So,
Hey, man, it got the radius and the mass.
they damn sure do. Side note, I'm watching this Colorado and North Dakota State game. That offensive line is still awful.
Bro, I think it's horrendous.
Like Shador is running every single time he gets a snap.
Did
My bad,
Dion
people.
actually fix that?
Doesn't look that way. He's getting
That's
better with recruiting because the number one offensive lineman in the country this past season, uh, the number one offensive lineman in the country this past recruiting cycle did sign with them. I don't know if he's playing though, and if he is, I can't tell which number he is at and what position he's playing. Either way, as a whole, the offensive line is performing very poorly.
is flipping over to the defensive line. Is Goldberg's son playing?
I don't know. I haven't noticed yet. I just literally started watching this game, so I'm gonna have to check that out to see if Goldberg's son is getting in. You gotta realize too, he's a freshman, so okay,
True.
I think his number is 77. The kid I'm talking about. I think they got him at left tackle. If he the who I just seen at left tackle, boy, he just got smoked.
Oh, that's tough. Yo, imagine getting, imagine recruiting somebody top, and that nigga just still getting washed. It's not a good look.
In his defense, though, he playing as a true freshman. That ain't an easy thing to do.
Hey man,
Um,
step up to the level, man.
but back to wrestling. I'm gonna go with Jada. I'm going with Jada Parker. Plus, she need a belt, man. She's really good. He just
No,
got
she
clocked,
is.
and he
She
still
is.
completed that damn pass.
She is real good. I just think like they really just want Roxanne to lose to either Julia or Stephanie. So I just think it's gonna happen.
Julia Stephanie gonna get their chance, but I don't know if they're gonna have them winning the championship in the first match that they have. They didn't do that with anybody else, and it was people who were just as good or better than them, who had more hype than them coming in and didn't win no championship their first match. That being Oscar.
True.
Oscar didn't win no championship her first match. And hell, if anybody should have won a championship their first match, it definitely should have been Oscar.
Like my personal feeling, I would love for Jada to win. Like you could send Roxanne on the better pastures, or shoot, Jada can win and Roxanne can still face Julia and Stephanie without the belt. Like you can still do that. Like
Pretty fucking much.
so,
You can
hey,
still have her face one of them, or you can have her face Jada. Either way, it don't matter. Like, I'm pretty sure they don't want to get any losses on either one of them early. That's another reason why I don't think they're gonna face any champion, or probably just end up facing Roxanne or someone else for they first win or first feud, and then that gets them going. Because one of them, they I don't know if they're both debuting at the same time. And then they got that other girl too.
yeah, they got Delta as well. So that's they got niggas. They got them lined up. So I mean, hey, you don't gotta throw them all out like chess pieces, one like all at the same time. You can play one now, play one again later, and like just that's what I would do. But yeah,
Who knows? Because they're in that promo segment with her when she slapped the shit out of Roxanne. Who knows who she was talking to? She could have been talking to Delta. She could have been talking to Stephanie. She could have been talking to Julia. So who knows who the hell she was talking to? Either way, um,
yeah, it could be either one. I mean, it'd be funny if it was Delta since they've been always been talking about Stephanie and Julia more than her. So it'd be funny if it was Delta. But it might be Stephanie. Honestly, I think she already been in the building for a little bit now, so might be Stephanie, but we'll see. On to the next. Axiom and Nathan Frazier in a rematch against Chase Hughes, Ridge Holland, and Andre Chase for the tag titles. I got Chase Hughes retaining their tag team titles. And honestly, I would send Nathan Frazier and Axiom up to the main roster and throw them in a tag division, get this tag team wrestling back into its greatness. And yeah, I throw them up there,
I got Chase you retaining, but I don't have them at Nathan Fraser and Axiom moving on to the main roster as a tag team. They kind of been. This is why, because they kind of been hinting at them breaking up, and I don't know if they should break them up because I don't think either one of them would be able to really last on the main roster
It won't really work, honestly,
as
for me personally. Like, don't get me wrong,
individuals.
I love Axiom. I love him, but like as a singles wrestler, sending that dude to Raw or SmackDown as a singles guy, it's not gonna work. Raw already got
And if you
Ray.
split them up, if you split them up and send them to SmackDown and send one to SmackDown, send one to Raw, they could work as mid card guys. I believe they could work as mid card guys. Um, maybe even line up with somebody else to be in a tag team, or eventually find a way to get back to each other on the main roster as a tag team. But I'm just saying, based off how the shows have gone on NXT, they've kind of hinted at those two guys fracturing a bit and having somewhat of an issue there. So you might get a heel turn from one of the two turning on the other. I think if they lose, Axiom is turning on Nathan Frazier.
Interesting. Okay.
I think if they lose, Axiom is turning on Nathan Frazier. So yeah, give me Chase U beating Nathan Frazier and Axiom, and then Axiom turning on Nathan Frazier. And then
I
I think
wouldn't
they still
mind.
might be on NXT a while, and actually, I think they might be on NXT a little bit, and before they eventually get moved up to the main roster. I think that's what they intend to do.
I'd be fine with it. I mean, hey, I'm all
Because
I'm all
I know they're
for.
gonna have a blow off match with them too.
I was gonna say like I'll be all for a small little match between them on like those like pretty sure when you get to like Halloween Havoc, you know what I'm saying? They'll have something like you can do something there.
Indeed.
All right, I like it. Now here's match of the night right here. Oba Femi versus the Don of NXT. Don versus the Ruler. Hey, they said they've been building to this for a while, and you know what? They have the Don versus the Ruler at NXT. Unfortunately, Don, as Obafemi said to you in your face, you will fall just like the rest. Many have tried, all have not succeeded, and you will be another man on the checklist. Obafemi retains. This is gonna be a great match though, but he gonna retain though.
Yeah, this is easy for me. Um, I will say this though: the only reason why I'm a little skeptical on Obafemi possibly not winning is because I do believe they eventually want, and I think they want Obafemi to eventually be NXT champion. So what I wouldn't be mad at, and what they can do is I would be cool with them having him win and eventually become NXT champion. I would be cool with them having him become NXT champion as while also being in North American champion. I would be
Hey
cool with
man,
that.
he's the one dude I can think of right now that could be the next Keith Lee to hold both belts. I'm like Oba, he that dude, bro. And he only 25. We got to keep putting this over.
That's the craziest part about it. The nigga is 25 years old, bro. Over is gonna be WWE champion within the next 2 to 3 years. Like 100% going to be WWE champion.
Hey, bro. You know, bro. The matches they about to. Oh my god, bro. The matches they about to have for the future. It's very bright, bro. Very, very bright. They got some gems. But we both got Oba being the Don. Don, unfortunately, like don't get me wrong, I would love for you to have one of these belts, but we're working up to that. We'll get there. Okay. We're just give it a little more time. All right. You're gonna get one eventually. Just not right now. You gotta just hold his hell.
Yeah, he definitely gonna be North American champion at some point. I just don't know when. Um, I like the Don a lot. I like his character. I like the stable he has, and I eventually he gonna have to win big at a pay per view. And I'm not putting it at 100% that I believe Obafemi is gonna win. I'm going 90-10. I'm thinking Oba gonna win 90-10, but there's a 10% chance that I believe the Don can win, and that's a lot when against Obafemi. I believe he do got a slim chance of winning for sure. And with him also being a part of a stable, they could help him win that belt too. So there's always that as well. So it's always a possibility out there. But I'm gonna go with Obafemi for right now. But I wouldn't be like super upset at the Don winning. And he had a great run at the Heritage Cup championship as well. So I thought that was fire actually. But we'll see because how I look at it, why Oba could possibly lose is because he's kind of been through everybody as North American champion. Like I don't know who else could he possibly face. Only other people I could possibly think of is like, do they want what's his name, the young fella,
Javon Evans.
Devon Evans, like possibly him next. That could be an interesting, fun match. I don't know. I don't know if they want him in that just in that area just yet. You know, feel like he can get there, but and he will be there, just not quite. And he's even younger than Obafemi. Obafemi 25, he only 20. He just turned 22. So yeah, it's definitely food for thought there. But I'm gonna go Obafemi.
Ethan Page. And I believe in Joe Hendry because they love him in London. You get the rest. With special guest referee, Trick Williams. This is for the NXT title. As much as I would love to see Joe Hendry hold his belt, he's not holding this belt. It's very unfortunate. But he not, because Pete Dunne, he gonna pull up and he gonna cause a bunch of problems. A lot of bumps gonna be happening. The ref will take a
Yeah,
bump for good.
it's
Trick will be
definitely
out of
gonna be
this.
some shit going down.
Yeah, Trick will definitely be out of this match for good. Um, but yeah, I got Ethan Page winning with a sneak away win because old boy gonna pull up and cause some chaos. I would
Yeah, I pretty much.
love for Joe Hendry to win, but it's not happening.
Yeah, I got the same exact thing. They rolling with what's hot right now, and Joe is, one of the most over acts in all of professional wrestling right now, regardless of company. Um, Joe is red hot, but Joe's not winning that title just yet. Um, yeah, same exact reason I got because Pete Dunne, Trick costing Pete Dunne his chance at the NXT Championship, especially when he had that bitch won. Oh yeah, Pete finna go on a oh, Pete finna go on a heater, bro. He finna go on a heater. He is definitely about to cost uh Joe Hendry this title.
I just love how my guy Pete Dunne qualified in the IC tournament. He just pulled up the next day like, "Hey, I'm killing this nigga on Sunday." It's like, bro, you get a whole other tournament you in. You still pulling up a smoke.
Yeah, because he not gonna be who's facing Braun Breaker for sure. That's gonna be a face, probably Jey Uso actually. Um, yeah, I'm definitely going. I'm gonna definitely go Joe. I'm gonna definitely go Ethan Page with the win due to interference from Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne is definitely gonna take out Trick Williams.
Yeah, nah, he pulling up for a body. And then they got to call another ref. And by then, Joe Hendry going to be in like a pin position with his finisher, and they'll be doing a count for the 1, 2, 3. He going to be looking around for the ref. He going to get hemped up, and that's what's going to happen. Wrap it up for him, guys.
Because Pete taking Trick and Joe out.
Yeah.
Pete is taking Trick and Joe out, so.
I think I talked about it before. It'd be cool, actually, if Josh Alexander from TNA, since he got his beef with him, it'd be cool if while Pete Dunne and Trick Williams is just out in the crowd, fighting each other or getting killed or whatever. It'd be cool if Josh Alexander pulled up, hemped up Joe Hendry, and then Ethan Page got a W off that.
That's a strong possibility that could happen too. I wouldn't be mad at it. I wouldn't be mad at it at all.
But nice. I like it. 6 matches. A little over Shawn Michaels' threshold. You know what I'm saying? He like to do his 5 matches, but 6 matches, though. I think that's more than Bash at Berlin. Hold on. Bash at Berlin
6
got.
matches at Bash at Berlin.
They got 6? I thought they only got 5.
It's 6.
Oh, snap. I'm going to need a new card then because my card got 5 matches on it. I'm going to need a new match card. That's crazy. Okay. Well, thank y'all for joining us today in the MVP's Lounge. NXT No Mercy, Sunday at, I think, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. So, hey, bro, we'll be there. We is going to be there. Well,
we will be there.
We'll see y'all for the predictions for Bash at Berlin. With that being said, peace.
Wrestling is for niggas!